Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back with the New Jersey Devils Be a GM, episode number 8. We last finished off acquiring Evander Kane before the trade deadline, and yeah, we lost our last 3 games, and he has done little to nothing. I believe 4 assists in probably about 15 games, and I think the big key is he's not playing power play time, and that is he's playing second line power play time, so that's got to change. We're going to trade off Elias. We're going to bring let's see, do we want to go with Larson or Jelinas on the power play? I'd say Larson instead of Ian White. Larson's got 25 points in 62 games. No one's going to be injured, obviously, so yeah, we're going to go with Larson on the first line instead of Ian White. And we're going to leave Ryder, Henrique, and Elias on the second line, and we're going to go with Kane, Zajac, and Yager for the first pairing for the power play. And then with this one, we're going to take out Elias here, and we're going to bring Evander Kane there, and Evander Kane's going to get first line there as well. Penalty kill, we're going to go with Zajac and not Carter, actually. Sorry about that, Carter, but no thank you. We're going to go with someone like Zubris, but we're going to go with Zubris and Zajac, and then Henrique and Brunner. Ian White is going to be changed with Larson, and that's how it's going to be there. 3-man penalty kill, that looks fine. 4-on-4, we got to bring Kane up there as well. We got to give him the most time we can get. I mean, this guy needs to produce for us. And to be honest, he has not been producing at all. And we're going to go with Henrique and not Ryder with Kane on here. Extra attacker is going to be Kane and then Yager. So you just got a ton more ice time, Kane, and you better produce because honestly, those 4 assists in like 15-20 games, they are not working for us at all. So I was looking at some of the other comments, and a lot of them were a bit unrealistic. Like people were saying, "Oh, trade Ian White for who was it again? Oh, trade Ian White for Oliver Ekman-Larsson." And as I would want to do that, I just don't see that as a very realistic trade. Some people were saying get McKinnon again. I feel like it's a very unrealistic trade. I feel like the Evander Kane was just the reason why I don't feel like it's that unrealistic is because the Jets, in my opinion, I think they're going to trade him, or they're not going to re-sign him whenever his deal is done. How long is his deal anyway? 4 years, so I was kidding about that. They would only trade him unless they buy him out, but I don't think they'd buy him out. But I just feel like because there was talks of him leaving, and all the other players I want to go, those are all talks of who the Devils are supposed to get in the free agency or trade deadline, so that's why I traded for all those guys. If I traded for Neal, then that was unrealistic, but the Camilleri, I don't even remember who else I was going for, but Camilleri was supposed to go to the Devils at trade deadline. It never happened. Gaborik supposed to go to the Devils. That was like a second or third team. Didn't go there. So Evander Kane, I thought maybe could go to the Devils on a trade, but obviously we won't know till the future. So anyway, people were saying to trade Zajac for McKinnon. I don't think that's very realistic. That would never happen. I need like a first-round pick. Plus, they would never do that even for a first-round pick. Other people were saying trade Ian White, which let's look at this guy honestly. How good is this guy? Because we got him in free agent, so his shots all right. His skating is, I'd say, above average. Physical, he's about average. Defense, he's about average. I'd say a little bit better than average. Puck skills is about average. So he's an overall, I'd say a bit better than average. And apparently you guys want to see me get, where is this guy? Where is he? Tyson Barrie, I believe. Yep, Tyson Barrie. He is 23 years old, 4-star. I'd say this guy is better in puck skills and better in skating, and he's younger, and he can get better, so you know what, this wouldn't be a terrible deal. Plus we'd like to have Larson get better instead of having Ian White in the top line. So if this deal can work, we may go with it. So Ian White for Tyson Barrie, we'd save a lot of salary cap, get a younger guy who can get better. So in my opinion, this could be a realistic trade because obviously Barrie's probably worth a bit more than Ian White, but the Avalanche, they are a very, very young team, and getting a little bit older, more veteran defensemen for their D-core can help them out. But overall, I don't know if this is the most realistic trade, but it's not that unrealistic in my opinion. So let's see if it would go through. Ian White for Tyson Barrie. Table is too far off, so it's not just a bit far off, it is too far off. And player who I'd actually be willing to give up would be not Tedenby. He's got some value, and I think he still can. I mean, he's got 1 more year, so I doubt he'd get better, but Tambellini would be someone who I'd willing to get up because he's only 3.5-star, and I mean he can work out to maybe be like a 75 overall guy or something like that. So if this could work out, we may have a deal here with them, but overall I don't think it could work out. We can get Nick Holden, and would this go through? but the value is just a bit low for us, and since we're going to finish off in the good streak, I'd say we'll give him our third. This can go through, I'd be happy. And there you go. We acquired Tyson Barrie and Holden, who probably not going to be on our team. He's 77 overall, so he's not terrible, but really, I don't think he's going to work out for us. So center-wise, we have 3 centers. We've got a first and a upcoming first-round center. First centerman who can lead us next year. They're both considered second-line centers, but I feel Henrik will get to an 86 in 1 or 2 years, so he'll be a first-line center. Left wingers, we have 4, which are all perfect. The first line, second line, third line, and fourth line. And right wingers, we have a second, third, and a third. So we don't have a fourth, and we don't have a first. But, I mean, it's not terrible. I'd like to have a first-round right winger, but for the time being, we're going to just stick with this. So we have 12 forwards. And defensemen, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need all these other guys, so Holden, you will go down on the minors. And I believe that's 6 still. Yep, we have 6 now. We have, I believe they're all 2-way defensemen besides Fane. And now we can have Larson, Green, Barrie, and either Barrie, I'd say Barrie and Jelinas. And then we'll have Fane and Merrill on the fourth line. But we'll see how it goes. We can maybe even do Larson and Barrie, and both of them hopefully will get to be top 2 defensemen in the years to come. And yeah, so we acquired that trade right before the trade deadline. We're going to move past it, and we'll see what happens. We're not going to make any trades here because, honestly, there's nothing really to trade. We are a playoff team for sure, unless we lose every game, which that would be pretty embarrassing, but that's not going to happen in my opinion. So we're going to simulate 10 games, so we'll go with 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll go to the Rangers, and we'll slow simulate that. Maybe we'll see if Barrie could do something for us. But really, what I want to see is Evander Kane to score some goals for us. I'd love to see him take over the goals for their team, maybe even the assists, because he is basically our franchise player at the moment. He's not a top-end player. He's not the best of the best, but in my opinion, he is a solid player, first-line sniper, and he can be a franchise player, but he's not going to be like Danny Heatley right there or anything, getting 27 goals for us. Just kidding. It's not even that many goals, but Danny Heatley is leading the Wild with goals, so that's something different. Okay, so it still seems like Ryder's still scoring, which is good. But I still want to see Evander Kane jump in the goals leading our team. But I think Ryder's actually leading the whole NHL because all these teams are passing their main guy with goals has like 26, 27, 28 goals. So it's looking like Ryder is doing very good on the second line too. So he's doing something good. He has one good shot, but he's just so slow, but apparently it doesn't matter in this game. And I believe a lot of his other stuff is just average or below average, but just because he has a good shot, he's going to get like 90 goals. But we've been losing games, so we just won that game, but still, I don't like the way we're going. We're like winning 1, losing 2, and we're here. I don't know what we went. We went 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4, and then 4 and 5. So we went 4 and 5 in the 9 games. Hoping we can get a win here so we can go 5 and 5, but that's still not even where I really want to be. But with a win here, we may be a playoff team. We may basically clinch, in my opinion. First period, nothing. Zuccarello and St. Louis both score power play and even strength. We only got 6 shots. Second period, Zajac and McDonough, and the third period, Zuccarello gets the second goal of the night. We got 30 shots, so we really came back in the second and third period. We had 11 shots in the third and 13 in the second. But they got a 2-0 lead, and that's kind of where it all ended. So Zajac got his 15th from Green and Brunner, and we're going to simulate the next 5. We'll do those 3. We'll go to the Colorado game, actually, and we'll see if Barrie could do something there. Would be nice, but in my opinion, I'd say we need 2, maybe 3 more wins, and we're in a playoff spot. And we've probably got like 10 to 12 games left, so we're a playoff team. But I don't want to be a playoff team where we're just going to get swept, because the way it's looking, we're losing pretty much all of these games, and it's not good at all. In my opinion, I really feel like it's our offense that is letting us down. A lot of these games, we lost 4-1, 2-1. We got 3 goals there, but still, we'll probably end up, okay, we got 3 goals there as well. Ryder could be a 40-goal scorer by the time we get up to the Av game. I doubt it. Evander Kane hit the 100-minute penalties. I believe he had that before anyway, or maybe not. Okay, we got a 4-2 win there, so we're scoring some goals now. We got 3 before, 3 again, and then we got 4, and I believe we're on a 3-game winning streak, so... And Ryder hasn't changed, I don't think, from goals. So, and then we get shut out there 1-0. So, That's what I'm talking about, but we're definitely a playoff team in my opinion. Schneider is for third and third. He could easily move to first. Actually, maybe not first for goals against. That'd be quite hard, but for second place, that's very good. He could just have one good game, and Price could have one bad game, and he's easily up there. For save percentage, he's very close. One shutout, and he's up there in my opinion. So for wins, he's up there. He could almost get 40. We've got 5 games left. He has to win 2 of them. I'm pretty sure Brodeur is probably going to start 1. So he's got to go at least 2 for 4 in my opinion, which I think he could easily do that. Assists, no one up there. No one even close to being up there. But for goals, we have Ryder, Marchand, Franzen, Stewart, Ennis. A lot of players you will not expect to see up there. No Ovechkin. You see Stamkos, you see Patrick Kane, so those are some reasonable players to be up there. But there we go. We are actually barely. Oh no, we're in a good spot, honestly. I mean, we're definitely gonna make it, in my opinion. I mean, if the Penguins and Carolina don't lose a single game, and we lose all of our remaining games, we might not make it. But I don't see that happening. And I believe no, we don't play anyone. We play the Rangers, so that could be a spot to win our division. So that's something to look forward to. But anyway, let's go on and see if Barry can do anything this game, and let's see if we can get a win. And in my opinion, if we get a win here, we're clinching, in my opinion. First period, nothing. Wolski scores on Schneider. Kane scores, so that is nice. Evander Kane on the power play, so there you go, Kane. Finally, if that's your first goal since being here, I'm going to be very, very, very disappointed. But second period, and Yager scores on the power play. And Evander Kane had 10 goals before I changed him, the lines, before this episode. And Evander Kane's got 14, so he got 4 in, like, probably 12 games. So it's not terrible, but he picked up 2 points. He got a goal and an assist. But Yager, the 59-year-old, no, he's like 43, I think, right now. But no, he might be 44 in this year. But he picked up his 20th goal, and he's leading over the supposedly franchise player in Kane. So we'll see how that goes. So we do pick up a win there, so that is nice. Get us closer to the Rangers. I believe that passes us over the Rangers, unless they got a win whenever they played. They probably played either Friday or Saturday. But we will see if we could beat them. If we could beat them, they did get a win. So that is not that good, but I believe we are still tied with them. Yes, we are. And it seems like Carolina got wins, and same with the Penguins. But I think we're still in a very good spot, but our division is extremely close. If we were in the Atlantic, that'd be a breeze. If we were in the Pacific, that's a breeze. Central is pretty good, but just our division is so good right now. 94 points is in 5th place. 94 points being second in the Atlantic would be in first in Pacific. It's just, I don't know why our division is so good. But let's play the Rangers. We get a win here. I have a feeling we're gonna clinch our division. First period, 2-1 win. Evander Kane again, so 2 goals in a row. Merrill scores, but Nash scores. Gianta scores, and finally, Henrique and Zajac shorthanded in power play, and then 3 even strength goals for us. We outshot the Rangers, and we won 5-1. And Schneider, I believe, won last game, and he won this game, so he should be at 40. Evander Kane picks up 2 points, and we have 7 from Gianta, 22 from Henrique. So Henrique, maybe put you to the first line. I believe Zajac's still playing the first line. So I mean, Henrique's got 22 on the second line. Ryder's got 37 on the second line. I mean, we're winning games. Don't change it if it's working. You don't want to move it. You don't want to change everything around. And maybe Ryder and Henrique won't be doing as good. Maybe Ryder's working good with Henrique, and if I move Henrique to the first line, he won't be playing as good against the top defensive pair. So let's just leave it as it is. Hoping we could just finish these last 3 games going at least 1-1-1. That's all I would want. Pretty sure we clinched a while ago, and we had to, in my opinion. But since our division's so close, maybe not. But we do get a loss there, but it is an overtime loss, so that's the 0-0-1. So we could just go 1-1 against Toronto and Montreal. I'd be happy. Nice to see Ryder get 40, but I don't think that'll happen. So we lose 3-2, another overtime loss, so that's fine, I guess. If we can get a win here, that'd be great. And we do get a win. Ryder does not pick up anything. So let's quickly look. So Schneider bumps into second spot, like I said. Bumps into second spot for both of them. Schneider gets 41 wins. No points up there. Parise is now up there with 87, which is not even that much. Usually there's at least a guy with 95, another guy with 90, but there's only a few guys, only 5 people who are point per game. Assists, no one even close. Ryder does finish with the the Rocket Richard trophy with 38, unless Marchand has a game to play and gets like 9 goals, but I doubt it. We finished with 105 points, which I don't know who has more regulation wins, me, us, or Tampa. Whoever does is going to go home with the President's Trophy, which, in my opinion, I'm going to say it's them. I mean, 11 overtime losses is quite a lot, but we're going to quickly check instead of looking the old-fashioned way. We're going to look for when we played them and see if we did beat them and what their record is. We did go home with the President's Trophy. We had one more regulation win than them, so that's pretty insane. We go home with the President's Trophy, not something I was expecting. I was expecting us to come in like 2nd or 3rd seed, but let's quickly look at the stats and wrap up this episode. So standings, oh whoa, we are 2nd. I thought they have a game to play. That is why. So they have to lose in regulation or we're not going to be President's Trophy. So goals for per game, 17th. Not a big fan of that. I'd like to be around 10th to 12th. Goals for per game, 20th. So there's still a few games that have to be played. So that's even worse when you look at it that way. Goals against, we are in 1st place, which that's really good. Like to be around the 2 to 2.2 range, so we're in the middle of that, so that's perfect. Power play percentage, 18th, like to be that around 18%. And penalty kill, 87%. I would be happy with 86%, so we're above that, so I really like that. Well, we only have 2 shorthanded goals for, which is not that special, but home we are very, very good in my opinion. We have to be one of the top teams at home, but away that's not good at all in my opinion. We're over 500 because the 4 overtime losses, but if you take those losses and just add them on, we're negative, so it's not that good. We finished 6-2-2 in our last 10, which is, in my opinion, that's good. And let's quickly go over the player stats. Hopefully Caden is a 40-point getter. It would be sad to see a first-line guy playing all these minutes, acquired in a pretty big trade and not doing anything, so let's quickly see what he's doing. So center-wise, we have Zajac with 54. And he finished off +2. Henrique with 52 on the 2nd line, 20 goal scorer, +8. And Josephson with 11 on the 3rd or 4th line. I don't remember what he's at. I believe the 3rd line, -11. So he could definitely, hopefully he gets to like an 80 or at least a 79 next year. If not, if he stays the same, we may trade him because he does have some value. He's 3.5 green stars. Left wingers, we have 46 for Eliash, -8. Vander Kane, only 36 points, -16. I don't remember how minus he was on the Jets, but I'm hoping he was at least like 40 or 30 or something, and he did good when he got here because -16 is not that good at all. That's pretty bad in my opinion. Chloe with 14, that's all right. Carter with 14, that's pretty good for him. He's 4th line guy. And right wingers, we have Ryder with 70 points. He's leading our team with points by a lot. This guy, +18. Whew. Screw Kane. Ryder's our franchise player. 70 points. If only that guy did anything in the Devils season. He scored 2 goals in the last 38 games. So we have Yager with 52, which is very good for him. He's -4, so that's not the best, but still, he's like 44 years old right now. Bruner with 28. Definitely would like to see him around a 40-point getter, but he's playing the 3rd line and 2nd line most of the season. I believe 3rd line all season, actually. Gianta, 19, definitely, I mean, that's all right for 3rd line. I like to see him around 25, 30 points, though. Zubris, 14, I believe, the 4th line, so that's pretty good in my opinion. I'll take that from Zubris. Green is leading with points. Barry, there you go. Barry, 34, he's +9. I like that. Larson, very good year. Jelinas, pretty good year. Merrill, a pretty good year. Fane, that's all right because he's defenseman, and Holden didn't play any with us. And let's finish off with goalies. Both of them were, I mean, Brodor's win-loss ratio was pretty bad, but his goals against average and save percentage were both really, really, really good. And Schneider just amazing in every single category. 2 to 1 win ratio, under 2 goals against average, almost 94% save percentage, 9 shutouts. He only scored 12 goals. Just kidding, he didn't score any goals, but still a very, very good season for Schneider. I think he's our reason why we're going to go into the playoffs facing the...
I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love.